Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below. Good evening everybody and welcome along once again to Apex Online Racing. This is a rerun of round 2 for season 19 for Xbox One F1 and we are here at Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium for the Belgian Grand Prix. It's had many different layouts throughout its time and the track was modified and shortened from a 14km circuit to a almost 7km circuit, and it remains the longest track on the F1 calendar. It's produced some great races since 1950. Spa 1998 was the race that definitely came into mind for me when thinking about this track, where there was lots of carnage at the opening lap, causing 14 cars to be involved in that incident. Let's have a look at the track. It's 7 kilometers long, 19 turns with 10 to the left and 9 to the right, going through famous parts of the circuit such as Eau Rouge, Radiant, Blanchemont and the bus stop chicane. Keep an eye out those corners today, as these corners where we could see the most overtakes. We have 2 DRS zones, one on the start finish straight and one at Eau Rouge and Radiant. Valtteri Bottas set the race lap record in 2018 with a 1:46.286. As always, we have a 50% race consisting of an 18-minute qualifying session with 22 racing laps, a race distance of approximately 154 kilometers. Now our 3 compounded tyres for today's race is the softs, which are the C3s, the mediums, which are the C2s, and the hards, which are the C1s. Tyre wear is not too bad around here, so it's most likely going to be soft to mediums or mediums to softs. The mediums only 0.6 tenths slower than the softs, with the hards 1.3 seconds slower than the softs. And as always, I am Jess, and I'm in the commentary box, and joining me, as per usual, is Dicer46. How are you doing, Dicer?
I'm doing pretty good, and it's great to be here on a lovely day at Belgium. This is definitely a track of high concentration, where a lot of time can be made or lost throughout any corner. So this should be an amazing race to watch, and if last 2 weeks have been anything to go by, this will be absolutely cracking.
Yeah, I mean, Belgium is one of those tracks where it has a lot of changing condition at times. It has a lot of prone to opportunity. It's just a great track. I absolutely love it. One of my favourite tracks to commentate. And if you were watching last week's race, I mean, the end of the race was a little bit chaotic, and it saw Ewan that might have made a little bit of mistakes throughout the race. He still managed to actually take the win, which was really, really nice for the Shizou driver, and he's looking to capitalise that on his championship. He's currently leading the championship at the moment, as it stands. And is he here tonight? I don't see him in the lobby, or it might just be me seeing things. But anyway, we've got 17 drivers, so not everyone on the grid today, but due to a few drivers not being here, we could see a few other drivers maybe go to the top step perhaps.
Definitely. It's also a track where mistakes can be extremely costly. So one safety car, it could call for a change of strategy because those hard tyres can last so long. That could also be a bail for some drivers. So really it's going to be quite hard to judge who will be able to sort of, take control of the situation and stay consistent. Also, we don't fully know the weather for the race because all races except for Adam Dude has gone out on the softs, but obviously that's the strategy as well. So weather could be completely different. It's going to be a great race, and it could be anyone's really, depending on who's put enough practice in and who can stay consistent.
Riding on board with Adam Dude right now, as actually just said, the only guy on the mediums at the moment, but literally we were speaking about this before we went live, and well, it is almost live because we are recording this today due to the fact that my streaming capabilities are not good at the moment, so we decided to record it. But he's going through Bruchel now, and he's looking pretty decent on those mediums. One of those guys who has almost at the top of the championship, and he's just been there at the right moment. If other people made a mistake, he's right there to capitalise it and get some good points. I mean, he was in F1 for the latter half of last season. He's done quite well as well, and he's going through into Stabilo now, and he's going through to the right-hander. He kissed the curve a little bit there. Very, very important that I think you've got to keep an eye on the ERS levels, and he's keeping to ERS mode 5 at the moment. Some may use overtake on the straights, because usually what I find in Belgium is overtake is usually quite fast on the straights, but it does depend on the tyres and the setup you use, of course. And he was purple in one of the sectors, which was great to see, as he goes through the bus stop chicane now, as he goes through the penultimate corner. We're going to see what time we could expect on the medium compounded tyres, as he comes across the line now to set a 143.886, so that puts him in P11. Now, I had a chat with a few drivers, times we could expect to be in the 142s, which we are already in the 142, set by T10 Shadow, who's had a really unlucky session last week. I mean, he got caught up in the last a last lap incident, but he's on pole at the moment. I've been told not to say much about Shadow too much, and not say positive things too much, because he's worried he's going to end up bidding it or anything like that. But he's showing good pace at the moment. Obviously, Jam Pancakes as well, showing some good consistency as well. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top.
Yeah, there's one thing that I've just noticed. You has joined the session, but he's obviously joined the midway through qualifying, so he's going to be starting right at the back. But some decent laps so far for the races, and I know you said not to say positive things, but you got to start a T10 Shadow fan club. I mean, he's been so unlucky, so unlucky the last couple of races. I feel extremely bad for him, and this could easily be a track that he could nickelize on and hopefully be able to set a good result. But I'm not sure what's happening with Ewan. He keeps reconnecting and disconnecting. Hopefully that's not going to happen in the race. Hopefully he'll be able to join by the start of the race and not have any issues. But one thing I feel like we should look out for, because there's a lot of teamwork throughout the last couple rounds, but this round, especially throughout Al Rouge, if you can get someone come out the pits just as you're starting your flying lap, so you can have a massive tow right until the end of the straight. It could be huge, and it could gain you so much time. So that could definitely be a thing to look out for, to see if teammates will work together and see if they can set themselves further up the order.
Yeah, I agree. And the teammates that we've seen do the tows, I think the last few tracks have been tow specific tracks. I mean, I'm guessing that's what the coordinators, they might think it was a coincidence, I don't know. But El Rouge definitely one of those tracks where you gain so much time with your teammates helping you. We did see the Toro Rossos in Japan, obviously the Renaults and the Toro Rossos in Italy give themselves a tow. I think they're probably going to do the same today by the looks of things. I mean, you know, but not now, because obviously it is only 10 minutes left of the session, but towards the end where you can gain the most time. But they're already pretty good at the moment, but the amount of time you can get, the better, really. And to give themselves a tow, you've got to be on much similar pace, because if you're not on similar pace, it's not going to be that helpful. But for the likes of T10 Shadow and Pietro, they are quite evenly matched, so they're going to work well together. And obviously Bobbits and LGS are quite good as well. And one of the lucky drivers who was actually very impressed with their results last week was Humperdinck. To be honest, I was glad that he got his first podium of the season. His taking Mercedes back to near the top of the standings, has to still lead in the standings after Adam Dude's great result last week. But you know, if a driver gets back on true form, it just gets your momentum up for the race to come, doesn't it?
Definitely. Humperdinck, he was there. He was just there for the whole race. He was always at the top order, and he managed to really make the best use out of it. Obviously, Adam Dude being able to also take advantage of it. He's been very strong recently. Though he hasn't been in much of the action, he's definitely been there, and he's definitely been in and around the pack, and he's really shown he's doing very well for himself. And he's a very, very pacey driver, and he's very consistent. But hopefully we'll see a few more guys be able to pick up some points. Obviously there's been quite a few that's been quite unlucky with their race pace. People like Antoine, hopefully he should be able to pick up some points. And Krista as well, he's going to want to pick up some big points, because they're very pacey. It's just consistency, especially on this track, who can really be caught up in incidents. So it will be good to see who can really show the most amount of pace around here, and who's going to choose the right positions to overtake. But talking of working together, Toro Rosso's already using each other throughout the whole of our Rouge there, and right at the end of the DRS straight, and that is a purple sector for Pietro because of it. That's a great use of teamwork there.
Yeah, if there was a team that were going to do the tow tonight, it was Toro Rosso. I mean, they'll be doing it every race that requires a tow, to be honest. So, well done to them. I mean, I'm sure Pietro's going to do the same for his teammate T10 Shadow in first place at the moment. And, yes, I think he gained quite a few attempts on that lap due to the fact that he's given a tow. So, we're going to see as he comes across towards the next part of the track then. A little bit of a mistake there going towards near the start of Sector 3, but hopefully he can carry on sooner or later as well. As I think Pietro will probably wait as well once he finishes the lap just until his teammate goes through a ridge. Will the two Renault boys do exactly the same? No, but it looks like the two... Oh, I thought it was the two Williams cars, but it seemed like the Mercedes, the Williams accidentally gave... no, it was Mercedes accidentally gave the Williams a tow. I don't think they were meant to do that, but Amaze says thank you very much, and he's given a few time about that. And what a surprise, Pietro is on top with a 142.524. That's definitely helped him there, and that was a brilliant lap from him. Hopefully Shadow can follow suit, and you can already see Dicer. He is waiting for his teammate to come, and he's going fast already.
Yeah, these two, great coordination between them. Look at that, right in the toe, and all the way up and around. But obviously there's quite a few, I can see on the map, there's quite a lot. The Ferraris giving each other tow, and really there's a lot of trains going on. Oh, that's a bit of a mess up there from a McLaren. I think he was just letting him through there, but a lot of tow being given just for people on outlaps because there's so many cars on the track, and you get in the right position and you suddenly got the amount of tow off someone, and it's incredible how many teams are working together and how many people are probably not meaning to, but are working together to create a tow. You see a load of people go to the start finish straight, but Shadow, he will be able to say purple sector here. He's looking very quick. He's
3 tenths quicker in sector 2 so far.
This could be a very good lap then, a very, very good lap. Obviously the tow helping him a lot. The Toro Rossos could even work together, to be honest, throughout the race to get away from the rest of the pack if they can play their cards right. There's obviously something you can do in Italy as well.
Purple sector 2.
Another purple sector. This could be a very good lap here if he can hold it together. Obviously only one more full corner to go with one more, well, two. The chicane he's just coming up to now. Will he be able to keep it compromised and keep it, not compromised, keep it composed for here? Looks good. This could be very, very strong. Looks on the DRS.
Oh! That's insane lap from T10 Shadow. 142.301. That's 4 tenths quicker than his previous best. I mean, bravo. I mean, considering he came from the assist lead last time, I mean, he's he's improved a lot. And saying he was looking forward to this track. He already said in chat he was looking forward to this track, but I'm not going to say anything more because I'm a bit worried about him if he does have any mistakes. But the other guys, they've got a tough act to follow right now. And I did see on the mini-map, I did see the 2 Red Bulls giving each other tow as well, across the lap as well. So I think the Red Bulls are working together as well. As Corner Eddie is, nope, they're not. They're going into the pits. They must be invalidated, or they're going out for one final time. Now, I think Antoine and HX4K, and I think there's another driver as well, that they don't have any teammates, so they can't give each other the tow. But everybody else has got a teammate, but will they choose a tow is yet to be seen. And it is the calm before the storm, as a lot of people are going into the pits now.
Definitely, but people like HX4K, he's getting in trains. I've seen him quite a lot. He's just been getting in a train, and obviously you can't hold up another person's lap, so he's getting behind the people with the flying. He's coming out and getting it perfectly on people that are just on their out laps, and obviously he can use them for tow, and they've got to let him through again. So he's been using that quite well. Obviously, he hasn't set the greatest time yet, but he's probably going to be coming in pushing for one more lap after this. Antoine's still yet to set a time, so we don't know his pace. And I'm pretty sure Ewan's in the session for good now. Hopefully we'll see him for the race at least. But for like Pietro and Shadow might try it one more time, because if Shadow can get out, then you could wait. Is Pietro's on an out lap? Could happen again. There's quite a few teams that can still give each other a tow. Obviously, we've got quite a bit of distance between the racing points, but they're still there. So it's really the teammates over. Some people that aren't parties, and whoa, Clenzo's gone spinning.
Oh, is that? Oh, I can't remember what turn it is. I think it's Poo. I'm losing track on which is Poo and which is not. But it was.
I never knew.
I never know which is Poo. And he's struck. I think he's probably going to retire from the session, or his tyres are hot. If I just go on the outboard shot, not a very good camera angle, unfortunately. So I'm just waiting until the TV cameras come back to an outboard shot, please. But it's probably not going to let me. Let's see what his tyres are looking like. They are a bit hot right now, so he'll probably go into the pits. He doesn't have, actually, no, he won't. He doesn't have time, so he'll probably have to go for one final lap. As a few drivers are actually cutting it fine, because I know a lot of tracks you can go out now and you can get away with crossing a line on the checkered flag, but in this track you can't really, because I experienced it in Oceania. A lap is a 1:43, 1:42. An out lap is about 2 minutes, or 2 minutes 10, I would say. So it's gonna be tough for the likes of Raven, Jam Pancakes, HX4K to get out and set a lap in time, unless they can cut corners, which I think they can, but it is going to be a tall order. But sure, they could do it anyway. I don't know why I'm panicking, but I can see a Renault waiting for someone, but they're both on out lap. Actually, no, Bobbitt's is. I called it, Dice. I did say the Renaults were going to give each other tow, and there they are. They're giving the tow again.
That's great to see, to be honest. But more more teamwork. It's good to see, really, because helping your teammate out shows that you're not just focused on that on the drivers, but also the Constructors' Championship, and it's just nice to see, really good teamwork. But the one thing I'm a little bit worried about is Raven. I worked out he has about 5 seconds to cut off of his full lap, like pace lap, and there's not that many corners you can cut, to be honest, because you can't cut the bus stop, because that will invalidate your next lap. So it's gonna definitely be very fine for him. I
don't think he cut the Camel straight at all, because I think that's the only corner you can cut.
That can send you spinning, though. That can send you spinning, so it's a real risk.
It does depend, but it does. I have tried it, and it was with no traction control. But don't forget, these guys have no.
Next century when I tried it.
Yeah, don't forget, these guys have no assist at all. So, I mean, I've never tried it with no assist, and probably I would have been sent spinning as well. So he's got, he's done enough.
Yeah.
I don't know why we were panicking. I don't know why we were panicking, to be honest, but I always panic with stuff like this.
These guys have got skill. These guys have got a lot of skill. There you go, 9 seconds. That is very tight. I respect him a lot for that. He's managed to call that a very, very fine line. And I think that's the Renault again.
T10 and Mays has just crossed the line with 1 second to spare, and he's going out on another lap. That is good timing from the Scottish driver, who is going to be the last person to cross the line. The track is going to be evolving quicker towards the end, so we could expect him to set an even quicker lap time. Pietro can't improve, he stays second. Lefted can't improve, he stayed sixth. There's a few people blood about to cross the line. We've got, I think, a Ferrari, which is, I'm trying to find out, it's Cristo in fourth. He can't improve, but can his teammate improve, though? No, he can't. He dives it into the pit lane. VSR Antoine, he's going through the bus stop now. He hasn't scored much as of late. Can he be lucky this week? It's going to be a 142.7, puts him in 5th place. He's purple sector 3, though. So very impressive. There we do see one racing point going in the bus stop chicane, which I do believe Actually, no, it's not a racing point. It was Adam Dude, the Haas, which is in 9th place. And we got another Williams, and also the most crucial person, T10 and Mays, who's going through... oh, okay, he's not happy with his lap, so he's retiring. But then we got the Toro Rosso Shadow. I don't think Shadow's improved either. We got Humperdinck, we got the 2 Mercedes as well. Jam Pancake's gone into the pits as well. I don't think anyone can improve on Shadow's impressive time. Pietro improved on their time as well, 142.3. Humperdinck, no, we can't improve. I think that's it, unless Bobberts could do any better. Nah.
He's on an end lap.
Raven.
He gave LGS.
Oh no, Raven's invalidated. So, Shadow, I'm very proud of Shadow because he's got on pole. I think it was not his first pole, but he's on pole with probably a very good. It's not even that far to the one. It's close to the 141s, to be honest. I've never seen a lap around Belgium that quick. I mean, that's impressive from the Toro Rosso. I mean, Toro Rosso 1-2 just goes to show strategy is key, teamwork is key around Belgium in qualifying.
Teamwork makes the dream work. And one thing I was quite sad to see was LGS. I'm not gonna lie, he was on an absolute flyer of a lap after he just got slip off of SSR Bobberts, and he just lost a little bit of his wing in the second sector. I'm very sad to see that.
Yeah.
But incredible work by Pietro and Shadow. They were miles ahead of Jam Pancakes in third. Christo doing well, and same with Anton. Hopefully they could be some guys to look out for. But again, Ewan starting at the back of the grid, that could really hinder him. He's going to have to cut through the field, but it is a very easy track to hopefully get some overtakes done. Obviously, the DRS straights are extraordinarily long. Obviously, not the home straight, but Camel's is extremely long, so that could be a good place to overtake on, but he doesn't want to get stuck in a DRS train. There's a lot of risk, but there's also high rewards, so he's definitely going to be in a bit of a bad situation, but he's a very strong racer, as we saw from him cutting through the field on the softs and Interlate. So he could easily cut through the field and make his way into a decent position.
Yeah, definitely. So we now got 18 drivers. Ewan has successfully joined the lobby, which is great to see because we were worried that he wasn't going to join back for the race. So, someone random has joined the session. Lovely. So don't forget the drivers who have qualified in the top 10. They will have to start with the tyre they set their fastest lap on. But most of them qualified on the softs because obviously tyre deg is not too bad around here. So they were able to set their laps on the softs. And that is what they'll be going through in the race then. But let's look at what's the bottom half are qualifying on. Because they have free tyre choice. So, we got only 2 drivers. Hawk and Ewan on the softs. Everybody else in the bottom half on the mediums. Now, mediums to softs are slower than soft to mediums. So, do you think Hawk and Ewan made the right call?
I feel like Hawk and Ewan, especially Ewan, is just going to want to cut through the field instantly, get on the back of those soft runners and hopefully try and DRS his way through it. But the rest of them, obviously, the mediums can be a good call. The mediums, they can be, depending on when the safety car is, they can be good or they can be bad. These guys on the mediums are definitely going to hope for a non-safety car race, going to hope everyone keeps it clean, because if they can just latch onto the back of those soft runners, by the time that there's a pit stop, they're going to be much faster. But on the softs, you obviously a lot more variety from if there is a safety car. So it's definitely a risk, but with all of them going on it, they definitely know what they're doing, and they're very experienced drivers. So they obviously know what they're doing, and it's really just dependent on how the race plans out. If there's going to be rain at all, we don't know really, because we obviously don't get to see the weather forecast. It could be complete throw up, but yeah, this could be a great strategy for some of them, or it could be they could be dooming themselves depending on what happens in the future of the race.
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually quite gutted that it's not raining, because one of the tracks where we're almost certain to get a little bit of rain is Spa, Japan, Silverstone, and we didn't get in any of those tracks, including this one. But you never know. It throws a little bit of a spanner in the works. There was a bit of rain towards the end of Silverstone, but they didn't peel onto anyone wet tyres. So we haven't had a full wet race at all in this season. So it just goes to show that it's probably my rotten luck or something like that. But again, it's a relief for the drivers, you know. We don't want a Spa 98 situation where it was a full wet and 14 cars had to be involved. So at least then we're not going to get that. But here we go. Shadow is going to come across the line now to form the grid up. And hopefully Christo can join back in the session in time. He's ghosted at the moment. I think he can take control once the green lights go on. So I think he's going to lose a little bit more time. But watch out for the likes of Ewan and Hawk at the back and on the soft tyres. No one on the hards, but there will be people on the hards if there's any instance. So watch out for those as well. So here we go. The 5 red lights are coming on. The 2 Toro Rossos are on the front row. Let's see if they're going to get a good launch. And we are underway. And looks like a pretty decent start from the both of them. We can see Pietro getting a good one into turn 1. Look at Jam Pancakes onto the outside of Pietro. He's had a great start. And Pietro spun a little bit as well. And McLaren's had a fantastic start as well. We've got Krista going side by side. I think he's joined back in the session in time. Yes, he had. That's great news. That hasn't affected him that much. The most crucial thing is El Rouge. Will everyone make through El Rouge unscathed? Yes, I think so. No major incidents. That's a bit of a shock at the moment, but let's see. They're going through the Camel Straight now. It's where we'll see the most overtaking. Looks like the front are not going to make any moves, but we do see Brian Rosie has spun. There's carnage at the back, and Connor Eddy and LGS is out. I didn't see what happened there. It caused a virtual safety car.
5-second time penalty for Rosie, but only a virtual safety car. That's kind of lucky. That was a lot of people with broken wing damage or even out of the race. So that was a bit lucky, but an amazing start with Jam Pancakes, and same with Antoine and Christo. Obviously, I was very scared for Antoine and Christo watching it because they were going side by side for our Rouge. Luckily, Christo did back out, and Shadow obviously knocking a few positions, but he did get shunted out wide. Well, both Torossos did by Jam Pancakes, and you can't really blame him for the incident because it's such a tight corner. But this is sort of packed up the grid a little bit, and we've got a little bit of a strange train starting here, but the top 4 seem to be breaking away a little bit, and whoa, Christo's back end getting very close to the wall there. That scared me quite a bit, but they're all looking very strong here, and Jam Pancakes not being able to break away, which is great to see a leader not breaking away for once. But Ewan up to 10th, that's very strong from him. Those soft tyres have worked a treat. And Hawk, same, can't really be said, but I feel like he did get a little bit involved with that incident. But the 5-second time penalty could be something to watch out for Rosie, and Lefted and Clenzo side by side. Clenzo's managed to put it up and around the inside, a little bit of a shunting wide. But now him and Pietro are basically side by side. No, Pietro has pulled out, luckily. But a second time around our Rouge, I feel like everyone's looking quite strong there. Whoa, Lefted, he's got it. Oh, he's got a very bad exit there. It's allowed Adam, dude. He's got slipstream as well. How many wide is that?
3.
Both Haas's in 5. Everyone involved there. And Lefted drops another position, and he drops another from the other Haas getting involved with Ewan. Oh, that was not a good corner for him, but that is incredible racing.
Yeah, great racing to start the race off. I mean, these guys know how to put on a good show, race after race. I mean, pretty much all the races this season has been superb, and these guys are going to continue that. That's for sure. And Jam Pancake's not breaking away. He hasn't won since the first race in Bahrain, and he's looking to change that. And don't forget, this was meant to be the second round, but all the Xbox races are being rerun. And if Jam Pancakes were to win, it would have been 2 race wins in a row if it ran at the same time, but you never know. It gave a lot more people a chance to practice this track a lot better, get used to it a bit more. Luckily, no Xbox Live issues, and Ewan's out! Ewan's out! What happened there?
Whoa, what's happened there?
It's winning.
Quite a bit off of it, but he's our best shot of seeing it. I want to see what's happened there. He's come out of the corner, and
I think his car will disappear by the time we're going board in Raven. We'll just go and have to wait and see. That's his winning streak over. He's won. He's won 3 races in a row. Actually, 4 races in a row. 4. So you know that winning streak's come to an end. DRS is enabled, and that means we'll see, unless Pancakes wins, we'll see a different winner.
That is... Wow, he just lost it in a place where everyone really loses it. The barrier is so tight there. And obviously, you want to get fast on the exit because it's flat out throughout that whole sector there. So you're going to want to get a good exit. And he must have just got a little bit
Oh,
too close
Shadow
to the
spun
barrier.
as well! Oh, no, careful!
Oh, no.
Everyone's making mistakes a lot tonight. I mean, if one of those tracks where you lose it, you either lose it at Pouon, Camel Straight, El Rouge, or Radion, and the bus stop. I think those are the corners where you lose it the most, and that's where Shadow lost it quite a bit. He's now down into 10th place. I mean, the big rivals that we expect to do well are not doing as well. I mean, we've seen Ewan retire, we've seen Pietro down into 6th place, but the likes of Jam, Pancakes, and Antoine are hanging in there at the moment. Bobbert's doing very well in 4th place. Let's see who the biggest winners and losers are. After that, we've had Pietro drop down 4 places, Shadow dropped down 9, but the biggest winner, Flying Rosie, has gained 8 positions even after that incident. So, you know, just goes to show never give up. Antoine, the biggest winner out of the top 5, gained 3, so did Clenzo as well, and Bobbert's gained 2, Jam Pancakes gained 2, and Christo has gained 1. Humperdinck, having another good start, has gained 5 positions, but Shadow's going to try and change that. Up the outside into the bus stop chicane, easily does it from the Toro Rosso, but can Humperdinck get the switch back? Yes, he does! Oh my god, they're going to go side by side into the start-finish straight. If he makes it work, that'll be amazing stuff from Luke, but Shadow just gets it clean done to La Source, and that is the switchback done from T10 Shadow back up into 9th place, but he had to work for it, didn't he?
Definitely, that was a very good fight there by Humperdinck. Obviously he couldn't get it because of the DRS, but he's probably going to have another shot here. Down the Camel Straight, here we go, flips on that DRS, and
Hawks out.
Doesn't actually. He doesn't flick on the DRS because that's a virtual safety car. Oh, it's Hawk gone.
Yeah, Hawks
I did not see that.
That was, yeah, if we see people retire, it's probably likely going to be that. I usually get scared going through Air Rouge a lot, because if you just have one, you got to keep the car as straight as you can, as smooth as you can, I mean. And if you don't get it smooth, even after a millisecond, when you go up the hill, if you just spin and you just go out. So that's why a few drivers are not as confident when they go up there, and just sometimes you got to lift, but sometimes you got to get the power up. Sometimes I lift just to do it. Oh, Bobbert's getting a drive-through penalty. That is not good at all.
No, how's Bobbert's winning this up to the 3rd? That's incredible.
Yep, he's getting...
Oh, and he's just been given a drive-through.
But we're going to ride on board with Antoine, who's catching up to Jam Pancakes right now at the moment. We're going to see what his lap is right now at the moment. They're going to pit around about lap 7 to 11 is most likely when the soft runners are going to pit. Antoine's got enough ERS to play with, so he can literally floor it right now. But literally, Jam Pancakes has got a good straight line speed in the Mercedes. Can Antoine gain the corners? No, he can't. So he's just going to wait a little bit while longer. We can see Krista in the background catching up as well. He's losing a bit of ERS though, so luckily Antoine has got only Jam Pancakes to worry about. Going through the Camel Straight. He's gaining. Is it going to be enough though? He's got a better entry into the Camel Straight. A really good move from him into the top of the hill. And there he is. He's now in the lead of this race. Pietro did exactly the same move on Clenzo, but Pietro, I think, didn't have it easy than Antoine did. But there we go. Pietro is back up in contention for a potential podium spot in this race. But, you know, we thought it was over for Antoine, but it's not. He's back in the lead.
He definitely deserves this one. He's been quite unlucky throughout the last couple of races. He definitely deserves this one. You just need to keep it smooth now and keep hold of it. And especially for our Rouge, as you said, slightest mess up there, you can, as Hawk experienced, it messes you up completely. Obviously, they've got quite a bit of a gap to Christo, 3 seconds. Christo is sort of on his own, really. He has got a DRS barrier to everyone. So if these two, Jam Pancakes and Antoine, even just sort of not work together, but use each other to train DRS and get more and more away from Christo, because he does seem to be closing in a little bit, then these two could, either one of them could be in for a very, very good result, depending on how anything goes. But Flying Rosie's up another position. Obviously, he's still got that penalty there, and he has got a T10 shadow breathing down his neck. But the mediums have worked exceptionally well for him. He's been able to use them to a perfect advantage. He's right in the middle of the soft runners, which is exactly where he wants to be. Especially when they're going to box, he's going to gain loads of positions, and obviously just have to hold on from there. But right at the end of the race, he'll be exceptionally fast, and could get something like a fastest lap and gain a couple more points. But as I said, he's got a Toro Rosso right on him here, and they're going to go up AOR Rouge, and he's probably going to make a move through the DRS zone, as long as we don't see another VSC or anything. And good exit there by Shadow. Flicks on the DRS, and surely it's just going to be a nice glide by, and it is. Smooth move, nothing Rosie could do about it, and very, very good move indeed. He's up into 7th now.
Yep, he is. So a good comeback drive for him so far. I mean, he was very unlucky at the start. I think he's probably one of the most unluckiest drivers in AOR F1, I'm afraid. And but he's not. The race is far from over yet. We could see other people make mistakes, and this is why you got to keep going, which he is at the moment. And we did see Jam Pancakes on the mini-map, almost trying to dive around the inside of Antoine, going to the Camel Straight, but he just wasn't that close enough. I think it was 6 attempts, and then it was 4 attempts, and then when it got towards the end of the DRS straight, it was 2 attempts. So I was watching that gap massively whilst we were watching the battle with Shadow and Flying Rosie. We got a yellow flag set to 2, which I'm not quite sure what it is. I think it's just people moving out of the way, because everyone's running fine on the map. So we're going to carry on anyway, following this battle. And Antoine's doing the undercut. He's going into the pits, and he's going on to mediums. That is early. Or it might be that I've got strategy wrong, but it is far from early. He might have got damage or something. I hope not. But let's see if his teammates are ready. Nope, it's just a scheduled pit stop, and it is mediums. So
oof. Shadow's cutting through the field. That is exceptional.
Shadows are up into 4th. And Cleanser's in the pits as well, so he's on the mediums as well. But look at this, Flying Rosie. I mean, he's cutting through the field like no tomorrow as well. Don't forget, he's on the mediums. We're going to see what he could do across Shadow. I mean, this one was fun to see. The mediums are the quicker tire. It looks like it is at the moment, as Flying Rosie breezes past T10 Shadow into the Camel Straight. And there he goes. He's up into 4th place right now. So maybe it is the time for the soft runners to pit. And Shadow's made another mistake a little bit. This might allow Tribune into contention potentially, but not quite. But, you know, I mean, I wasn't expecting the soft to die this early on. I mean, I thought it would last a couple more laps. I thought lap 8, lap 9 maybe, but no. Don't forget, it is a long track, though, as Tribune makes a little bit of a mistake. It is a long track, though, which means that that's why they have the shorter laps, so anything can happen. And it does depend on what your setup is set to do, and we'll have to wait and see who has got their strategy call right. Is it the people that are pitted now, or is it the people who are still yet to pit?
Strategy is a lot here. I know it doesn't seem like it, but the tyres can die out, and it's getting that sort of perfect lap where the tyres are just dying, and everyone else around is going slower, like Antoine's tried to time it, and Christo comes into the box now. So yeah, it does seem to be that. Same with Shadow, he comes in as well. Obviously, these guys are going to try and get undercuts on people like Pietro and Jam Pancakes. Obviously, Antoine boxing 1 lap earlier than everyone, so he could be very fast now and overtake quite a few people now, and hopefully get a little bit of a gap between Jam Pancakes. That's what he's hoping for. But towards the later end of the race, he could be in a bit of pain, because even 2 laps around here can be the difference between crashing out because your tyres are just like driving on ice, or being able to keep it consistent. So it's still a lot to play for, and lap 8 now, and Antoine does seem to be going extraordinarily fast, and people like Humperdinck, these guys on the mediums are doing exceptionally well. It's incredible how they're managing to keep with the soft runners so easily. This is definitely what they wanted, because Tribune going a bit wide, a little bit of a lockout. The soft tyres definitely do seem to be quite weak now. So medium runners for like Flying Rosie and Humperdinck especially are going to be the ones to look out for.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, my predictions were probably wrong by the looks of things, and you know, Antoine doing a very good job as he got ahead of Christo in the pit stops, and obviously a few other people still yet to pit and go onto a set of mediums are the ones that might regret it a little bit, but Jam Pancake seems to be fine on those softs right now. Is he going to dive it into the pit lane? Yes, he is. A little bit of a late move almost, but he goes nonetheless. Will the Toro Rosso driver, Pietro, do the same? Yes, he does. He goes onto the softs. Let's see where Antoine is on the circuit. He's going through the bus stop chicane. He's got the likes of the Ferraris, and Ferrari's in the pits, but he's got the likes of Mercedes right behind him as well. He's got to make way of traffic as well, which might help the likes of Jam Pancakes get through. Don't forget, Humperdinck is Jam Pancake's teammate, so Humperdinck is going to do well to hold Antoine up. But looks like Antoine is still ahead anyway. Only just though. 0.6 of a second. I mean, that is, again, teamwork at its finest. Humperdinck trying his best not to let Antoine be ahead, because you never know what might happen if that's the case. But it's going to be a tall order. But fair play to both of them. Christo stayed in 5th place. We've got some more battles potentially. We've got another racing point. Challenging for 7th. Clenzo's on older tyres. He's going to get to the inside. Now dives to the outside. And how do they do it without any incident? That was in great racing from both of them actually. And that moves the racing point driver up a place. Meanwhile, the Williams driver left it. He's up into 12th place. And he overtakes Raven for 12th. He's the only guy on the hard tyres. So can those hard tyres make it to the end?
Most depends actually what, like 6 laps. Yeah, I feel like they can, but obviously he's got to keep him in check. Definitely, he can't be spinning. He can't be locking up a lot. He's definitely going to be quite consistent with them. They're going to be quite sketchy, especially when he got soft runner. He's got a soft runner right behind him. But everyone is very clean and consistent. As you said, I don't understand how these guys are making moves around very tight corners and not smashing each other's cars up. Very clean from all of them. And I've just noticed that Antoine is now in the DRS of Humperdinck. This could be bad for Jam Pancakes, because that means he'll just be making no ground at all on Antoine. And he's also going to get some slipstream from Humperdinck as well. This could be very good for Antoine, and up ahead of Humperdinck is Flying Rosie by basically nothing. So that could be another piece of DRS that Antoine will just lap up and carry on moving. So it's going pretty well for the McLaren driver.
That was an easy move. Look at the way that he controlled the car there. It was just before the DRS straight. He did it with ease. But Jam Pancakes, wow. Jam Pancakes is going to try and get the move. You know, did Humperdinck do that on purpose? To hold them up? I'm not entirely sure, but if they did, it would have been a great teamwork there. But Antoine, what a move. I was expecting that anyway, because obviously Humperdinck was on fresher, older tyres, but Jam Pancakes is on newer tyres, so Jam Pancakes is going to benefit more towards the end of the race compared to Antoine. But maybe Jam Pancakes now could start saving a little bit, and as long as Antoine gets past Flying Rosie, he could start saving too. And if they both start saving, they're probably going to still be allowed to push a lot and still be able to overtake, which will be good to see as well. And yeah, this is great stuff from the two of them still fighting together. I mean, you know, we could see the medium runners of I think Humperdinck's the only medium runner still yet to pit, as well as T10 and Maze as well. Left it gets past Raven, and we do see another yellow flag. Oh, Raven's binned it. That's why. That was in the middle of sector 2. Well, just the start of sector 2 actually. I think that's where a lot of people can lose it as well, but that is a bit of a shame. The Red Bulls, they're just not having a good season, are they?
Not really, and Flying Rosie there. Good defensive manoeuvre, and he's somehow been able to take the position. But Antoine with the cutback, and whoa, that was very good racing from the both of them around a very, very tight corner. Antoine being able to keep hold of his car. Same with Rosie. Very, very neat driving from both of them. But yeah, back to what you're saying. Rebels, they've been a little bit sketchy. Obviously, Connor Eddie, no way. Oh my! Antoine is just.
Oh.
My heart has just gone into my mouth there. Antoine has just sort of... Oh my lord, they're going to my side again. Antoine's gone. He was really close. I wouldn't say that's Rosie's fault, to be honest. I feel like that's more of a racing incident. Antoine pushed Rosie into the barrier there. And,
that looked like a racing incident, yeah. That was...
Yeah, I wouldn't... It was just too close. Obviously, Antoine was on the outside. He must have just caught interlocked wheels with Rosie. And if you're in that situation, you're not going to get... One of you's not going to get out of it nicely. And I feel like he did give a little... They were very argy-bargy at the Camel Straight. They were both hitting into each other quite a bit. So, obviously, they're fighting for position. They're fighting for the lead. I mean, Flying Rosie does have the right to it, but that must be very, very annoying for Antoine. He's only dropped down to net second, though. So if you can get back on the 1 second barrier between him and Humperdinck, he'll be able to gain some more positions. But I'm not sure if he actually did get any wing damage. I don't believe that he did.
Doesn't look like it from his car. I think it was just a spin. He was so close in hitting that wall. I don't know how he did not hit that wall. But, you know, I mean, that was probably one of the best saves I've seen, actually.
Just from both of them. Rosie in the Camel Straight.
Raven's lost it again in the same corner. Raven. Yeah, Raven's lost it again. So, you know, he's not having a good race tonight. But safety car.
Oh, well, no, this could be amazing for people like Rosie. No,
Adam
is
Dude.
Rosie going to box?
No, it's going to be good for the likes of Adam Dude. Obviously, he got caught up in an incident early on. If I was the one who'd been on 9 lap on mediums or more, I would pit. And go onto those soft tyres. You're not going to lose that much time. I think Flying Rosie would have to pit anyway, because obviously you have to make a stop. And Humperdinck, they're going to, I don't know. I mean, that was really badly timed, the safety car, because they just basically just crossed the start-finish straight when the safety car came out. It was before that. It would have been good timing, and they would have still been in first, second, and third, and that would have not helped Jam Pancakes and Antoine in the slightest. But you know, this could change anything right now. We've seen safety cars, I think, in almost every race this season.
There have been quite a few big incidents, so it's kind of needed.
Not this. I think it was just Raven losing it. I think this is the first incident safety car that we've had that's not caused retirement of anything. It was just a spin. So that's the first time I've seen it on this game where a safety car's been caused by front wing damage and no one's retiring. But it happens sometimes. It may be just due to the debris, perhaps.
Yeah, it's still a bit touchy, the whole safety car thing. Obviously, it still comes out with some unneeded incidents, but it's brought people like Raven back into the race, so it's good to see. I feel like it should have been brought out maybe for the instance where there was about 4 people all slamming into each other, but obviously we got a VSC there, so it's quite a bit to pay for. I do want to see what Rosie goes on to. He's going into the box. Will he pull the softs until the end? It's 11 laps odd, but it is safety car laps. And obviously the safety car is very long here because it's long laps. So
I see a Haas. I see a Haas pitting, which I think is for Adam Dude. Yeah, Adam Dude's pitting as well, which I thought he was going to do anyway. Wow, everyone's pitting, pretty much.
Yeah,
apart from so Jam Pancakes is pitting, Antoine's pitting. Flying Rosie's going to come out in 5th.
He also got one of using his 5-second time penalty that he got when he was involved in that incident earlier, so he's managed to get rid of the 5-second time penalty, luckily, and he's right behind Antoine, so Antoine's going to be liking that after those two had that bit of an unfortunate racing incident before. But that's worked a treat for Rosie. Pietro Cristo, these guys obviously on the older mediums, but it's a lot of laps on those softs, so towards the end of the race, these guys should be very happy on those tyres. But strategy a lot into it because everyone's on the softs except for those two. So have they made a good call or have they made a bad call? It's really too early to see now.
I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest. That's the thing I like about safety cars. It just brings unpredictable races. And I can almost guarantee you, if it's Belgium, you're more than likely going to get a safety car. no matter what. I mean, I've never witnessed a Belgian race with the safety car perhaps without a safety car. I know on Thursday we had, when I was racing in another league, I think we had 3 safety cars, or 2, I can't remember. And that was just due to unlucky people just getting involved in incidents. But, you know, it can help other people. I don't know. I know Jam Pancakes is going to be insanely fast on those softs. I think the ones on the mediums, they're probably going to be they might get caught up a bit more. And they're going to lose so much time from it. And they're probably going to drop down to, I think, 5th or 6th maybe. But once they do get to the end, they're going to be absolutely flying. Like we've seen with Rosie on those mediums towards the end of the soft stint. You saw the mediums were really, really fast. So you never know. This could shake up to be a really good end to the race. I really do hope it does. But let us know in the comments. And don't cheat. Don't wait to the end of the race. Just tell us in the chat, in the comments down below, who you think has got the right strategy. Is it the ones on the softs or is it the one on the mediums? We'll find out. And it looks like we got another safety car lap, which I think we're waiting for Raven to catch up. That's probably why, because you can see Raven in the background on the full track map. I think that's going to benefit Raven, I think, because he's not going to lose that much time. And Amaze's in the pits.
Amazed. Did he get a time penalty or anything? Is he going to try and use his time penalty?
Front wing. Well, let's follow him anyway as he goes into the pits. His team are ready. And no, just another fresh slot, another fresh pair of softs. Maybe I swear he did pit before though. So he was on
maybe he used all of his qualifying tyres, so he was on some.
Oh, maybe he used his qualifying tyres.
Because he started outside.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but he probably has a reason behind it. But also in the box with some blacking on some 2-lap-old mediums is Raven. I'm not sure the thought behind that one, but yeah, he probably knows what he's doing. But VSR Antoine, I'm gonna put some money on him, to be honest. He's right in the fight. He's now right up behind Jam Pancakes. Obviously, they've got to get past and get rid of those 2 medium runners. But he's in a good spot here, right at the back of his rival that he was fighting for the whole race before the incident. And he's right back here again. This has definitely helped him, this safety car. So those 2 could be a big fight. And Humperdinck, very good position for him as well. Same with Adam Dude. These guys, they're always there. They're always in the front runners. And they're always there if anyone ever makes a mistake. So these guys could also be a good call, but I still really want to know what's going to happen with Cristo and Pietro. If these guys can hold off and take 1-2, I will be extremely surprised.
I'll be impressed as well. I'll be very impressed if these 2 can pull it off. But we'll have to find out, as I think I won't be surprised. Yep, safety car in this lap. I was about to call it, and I was right there. So here we go. Cristo is going to lead the field away. And try and hold them up as much as they can, because it'll be up to him to control the restart. He can't overtake until you get past the safety car line, which I can't remember where it is. I think it's after the bus stop chicane, I think. It's just after the pit straight, which is, I think, where you can overtake. But we're going to see anyway. Can Cristo get a good launch? He has to, really, as they go through the bus stop now. And Cristo's got a 5-second penalty. That's going to help Pietro, as he didn't get a good start. And I think Jam Pancakes is going to take advantage of that as well. But I think Cristo just manages to hold on. But don't forget, if Cristo doesn't go to the pits to serve that penalty, it will be added to the end of this race. So he has 2 choices, but I think he'll lose more time going to the pits than not. But we'll have to wait and see. Here comes Pietro and also Jam Pancakes. I did say Jam Pancakes could absolutely floor this and get a good strategy here. But he's got to be careful, though, that this not turns out to be 3 wide, which it doesn't. He stays back, which I think is the best decision right now. But he's got Antoine breathing at his neck right now. So I don't know what to do in this situation. But, you know, I'm impressed that the 2 medium runners are still holding strong up front.
It's extremely scary just to watch, to be honest, because these guys, they get so close to each other, and obviously the 2 medium runners have still managed to pull it off through the first DRS zone. So definitely props to them, and they're keeping all the soft runners behind them. If they can do this for a little bit longer, then they could be in for a very good finish, both of them. Christo's starting to break away a little bit, but that 5 second, I'm not sure what that really was for. I'm not sure if it just got a bad angle on it, or if that was a bit unneeded. So, you know, if he wants to investigate, then he will. But at the moment, he's just more focused on the racing.
Yeah, he could get it removed. I think we have seen in Belgium a few times we had a few 5 second penalties be removed, so it is far from over there. But anyway, Jam Pancakes, he's looking for a challenge. Antoine's just gonna sit tight right now, but he's under pressure from Flying Rosie as well. Two battles happening at the space for a few corners. A bit of a slide from Jam Pancakes has probably gained time on Antoine and Flying Rosie as well. This could go horribly wrong if these guys get it wrong, but Flying Rosie, what a dive! He touches Antoine almost, but a great move from Flying Rosie as he stays in 5th place. Is he going to challenge Antoine now? I think this could be the closer move, and Jam Pancakes as well. Let's watch Jam Pancakes first as they go up the hill. DRS is not enabled, remember, yet. They got to wait for a few laps after the safety car, so it's just a slipstream. Jam Pancakes attacks from the inside, but doesn't quite make it work. Flying Rosie, though, he is good looking for a challenge, and SSR Bobberts, he's trying to get past Adam Dudes into Bouchel. Oh, that's ever so tight. I mean, Humperdinck could get back in the fight as well. And Adam Dudes spun.
Whoa.
And they made contact with Clenzo as well. That was clumsy, I think, from Adam Dude. And I think Clenzo had nowhere to go. And that's why he's in last place.
This has been sensational. I mean, other than obviously Clenzo getting caught up and Adam Dude spinning, that was a bit unfortunate for both of them. But the rest of these guys, this has been sensational. How these guys have been able to keep it clean as well. Rosie, Bobberts, Adam Dude, Antoine, just all at each other. Nose to gearbox, and Jam Pancakes, he obviously had a bit of a breakaway there, him and Pietro, but they've been reeled right back in, and it's still to play for. And Jam Pancakes here, what way is he going to choose? He's going to choose the inside this time. No, he's not. He's going to actually hold off and get the DRS zone and maybe try it through the second DRS zone. He obviously gets a bit of a better exit there. But no, I forgot there's no DRS enabled, so I'm not sure why I didn't hold out there. Maybe just, obviously there's still quite a few laps to go.
Now it is, now it is.
Still much faster. Now this could be good then. This could be very, very good for Jam Pancakes. He's getting moved on his first medium runner. Then he's got 1.5 seconds to go until the lead of the race. And it'll put a car between him and Antoine. Here we go. DRS is on. And they go side by side. Easy move there. Very easy move. Great control of the car and disposes of him straight away. Pietro's not going to give up without a fight though. And he's just going to stick with him. And Christo, that's another penalty. Oh. This could be really bad for him.
At the moment, I think Christo's not going to get the win because obviously he's got a 5 second penalty and then 3 seconds. That puts him 8 seconds unless he goes to the pits. It'll be too late for him to go to the pits now, so he's going to drop down. If I do gap to leader, he's going to drop down. Oh my goodness, he's going to drop down to, if the gap stays as it is, he's going to drop down to 13th place. That is not good. And oh no, Raven again. Oh, he's had an off there, but I think it was just no fault of his own, and well, I think it was his fault. He had a bit of a moment, and I think he might have a bit of end plate damage because he's not liking the car at all. I don't think his setup is good enough, but let's go. Oh, Raven's out. That was a nasty shunt. Are we going to see a safety car? I think. Yes, we are. Yes. Another safety car.
This is giving Christo an absolute. He's going to get rid of his penalty and he'll be able to go on the softs.
Nope, he's not because he's in. Because he's at the front. So again, it was just bad timing for the safety car to come out.
Oh, he can't pass it. That's green. Can he pass it? No, he can't. Oh, he's going to get held up. Oh, poor guy. Everyone's going to be catching up.
Pietro's the same, but I know you may want to stick to a one-stop strategy, but if you're the likes of Pietro and Christo, I would have pitted now. I mean, they've probably made the wrong decision because you know, you're going to lose so much more time. The ones on the softs, they're going to gain more time because they're going to be probably relieved that the safety car is going to come out again, because that means they're going to warm up their tyres a bit more. The tyres won't be as worn when it comes to the end of the Grand Prix, and they're going to be absolutely loving this. I mean, those soft runners have been gifted a present, as it were, because they were hoping for something dramatic to allow them to push, you know, that this could happen. I mean, I think Amaze had a bit of an incident as well, so actually no, he's pitted, so I think the only ones that have pitted again is Amaze, Tribune and Lefted. How many pit stops Amaze has done? He's done 4 stops, the most out of everybody, and so has Lefted as well. So, you know, but Left's still in the points though, so if he could probably make a move on those fresher tyres, he could challenge for fastest lap as well. We could get 2 points out of this.
The thing with... I've just been thinking, with Christo, obviously that 5 second, it maybe wasn't necessary. So if he does box, he'll have to serve it, which means he cannot get it removed.
That's probably why he's staying out then. So I think the instant that... I think... I was watching him. It didn't look like it was a 5 second. It was no way. It didn't look like... That was harsh from the game. I'm sorry. I think Belgium is a common trap for the game to give 5 second penalties like no tomorrow. That was nowhere near. So I think if I was Christo, I would get that removed, because I think, you know, that I think you'll have no problem. And if he holds on to Jam and Pancakes, he can take the win outright. So again, we won't find out until next week when the stewards obviously results pop up. So we'll have to wait and see about that. As this is going to be a sprint race, to be honest. A sprint race to the finish, like the open lobbies, but cleaner. I mean, we are shaping in to have a good final couple of laps. This is turning out to be Italy last week, where we saw safety cars towards the end as well. My oh my. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. Get your popcorn. I mean, you know, who's gonna come? I don't know who's going to win. I literally do not know who's going to win. That's how close it's going to be.
See, people don't like the new safety car. It comes out too frequently, but it does make for absolutely amazing races.
I agree.
It should be really good. Hopefully it won't be like Italy. I don't want to see Christo get, or Jam Pancakes or Antoine getting a bad incident and wiped out. But I do want to see some good racing like in Italy. Pietro stuck out again. The thing is, will those mediums actually maybe be faster than those softs? Obviously, the wear will be a lot less for the softs because they're just playing a safety car. They're not high speed, etc. But they are getting a bit worn now. So it could be something here. And as you're saying, Lefted, he's right on the back of Adam Dude now. Adam Dude obviously having a lot more worn tyres. Lefted being very, very fresh. It's really anyone's race. Rosie, obviously, he's got that medium runner right ahead of him. Could bump him up to 4th. It's anyone's game, completely and utterly anyone's game here. Antoine, Jam Pancakes, Christo, anyone. As you said, I don't think that I can put a finger on who's going to be winning this race. I would be extremely surprised if Christo wins because of his tyre life, but he's not out of the picture at all.
I think none of these guys are, to be honest. We're not going to check penalties, I think. We're going to keep it an absolute surprise because, you know, we like surprises here at Apex Online Racing. And we like to bring the fun out of every race. And safety cars in this lap, as we would have guessed, because otherwise we didn't want a safety car to run to the end of the race because it would have been boring. So Christo leads the field once again. He's got to get a better start, but this time he hasn't got another medium runner behind him. He's got Jam Pancakes on the softs, Antoine on the softs. They're looking to pounce every second. They're looking to gain so much time on Christo. You know, Christo can't afford this. And you can see Jam Pancakes getting ready to launch. You know, I mean, Christo's got to get the good restarts. Otherwise, Jam Pancakes could get the overtake done quickly. They pass the safety car line. Christo decided not. And Adam Dude's got a 10-second penalty. But enough about that at the moment. Here comes Jam Pancakes. He's going to take the outside line this time into the source. This time, Christo holds on. It's going to be time to turn 1. And Antoine's going to sit back a little bit. He doesn't want to get involved in any more incidents. 2 laps to go this Belgian Grand Prix. The top 3 are running away with it at the moment. We're going to see what Pietro and Flying Rosie can do. We got Flying Rosie as well. He's going to try and get a move on Pietro. He does. But we're going to watch out for Christo. Oh, look at Antoine. It's going to be very risky. It's going to be very risky. He made a mistake before. And he doesn't want to make the same mistake again. Oh. And oh no, Amaze has made. There's a big incident. Big incident. Oh, Shadow's. Shadow's out.
Oh no. Oh.
When will Shadow have a good race? I mean, Shadow. I didn't say anything apart from quali. Apart from quali, that's the only thing I said good about him. I haven't said anything in the race. That might have been you.
Oh, yeah, I thought it might have been me. He just he just radiates unluckiness. Wherever he goes, it's his car. I'll tell you that. It's
or it might be the setup, maybe, I don't know, but...
It's his Torosso, bad luck Torosso. That's what it is. He's a great driver, it's just on... But, anyway... Back up to the front, we've got Antoine, he's round of Christo is what? Christo's managed to pull out a second already, that could be crucial, especially for his tyre life. He's pulled out a second, and even when DRS gets turned on, he's not going to be anywhere near it, which means Antoine will stand a good shot here because the DRS chain will not be made, as Jam Pancakes won't have it, which means Antoine will have that extra push, especially for other straights. This could be crucial for Antoine if he wants to try and get second here. Obviously he hasn't had the greatest start to the season, but he looks like
don't jinx it, we've seen what happens.
I'm not saying anything. He might do okay. That's
might. Okay, might. You're allowed to say might. Okay, you're allowed to say might, but I can see what Jam Pancakes is doing, and that is a very good strategy call. He's trying to catch up to Chrisito, or how we say his name, so he could get out that DRS train to Antoine. If he does that, he could potentially get the win. Because don't forget, Christo can't get the win anymore. He's got, even though if he gets that 5-second remove, he can't get that 3-second removed. There's a 3-second penalty. So it'll still be 3 seconds, which means he can't win. Unless he pulls out a 3-second gap in 1 lap, which I think is going to be highly impossible. Unless he pulls out a miracle. But... I don't know. It's going to be a very tense last few laps as well. Bobbert's looking promising with Pietro. I think Pietro's still going to get some good points in the Toro Rosso. I've got to say, I mean, driver of the day, I think we'll have to go to him if he keeps those mediums to the end. I'll see how many positions he's gained, actually. He's gained... Oh, he's dropped down 3, so... But he's had a few issues before, so that is probably why. He's gained quite a bit on Flying Rosie on the bus stop. Those mediums are coming into... full fruition here, but final lap then, Jam Pancakes fastest lap. I mean, I don't think he needs to, he's in DRS train again. This is crucial. This is definitely crucial. And DRS enabled on the final lap.
Wow. DRS enabled on the final lap. Obviously doesn't want to do anything risky with Christo, but the fact that he's got DRS, he will be so relieved because Antoine has got it, but Antoine will hardly get anything because of that. No, Bobbers is gone.
Bobbers has lost it. But let's see if Jam Pancakes can get the move. No, he doesn't.
Pietro's done it as well.
Pietro, what a good move from Pietro, up into 4th place now. But pending any penalties, of course. I don't think Antoine's going to get past Jam Pancakes unless there'll be a drag run to the line. This is absolutely intense. I think the only positions that could change is between 4th and 5th, maybe in 9th and 8th, maybe. I think those are the early positions because obviously Christo's probably going to be, if I look at the gap again, hold on a minute, he's going to be behind Pietro, so he's going to be 5th place after penalties if he gets that 5-second removed, of course. So all 3 of them going through Blanchemont now. This is... And Antoine's gained quite a bit, but he's out of DRS, so I think it's going to be game over for him. But Christo has driven a superb race. It's a shame that he's got that 3-second penalty, which means he's not going to win on track, but he's going to get the glory nonetheless. I'm sure he's going to be happy about that. Antoine is super close to Pancakes, but it's not going to be enough unless Jam Pancakes has a penalty. Jam Pancakes wins. Antoine in second, and Antoine bins it across the line, but this time he finishes and he gets a good 18 points. Flying Rosie gets a podium, but I don't think it's going to last. Cause actually, it will last because Christo will drop down to fifth place. So Flying Rosie with another podium. Humperdinck in 4th place. Trivian, a brilliant result for him. He's going to be 6th place. So Ferrari 5th, 6th. If they can get the penalties removed. Clenzo 7th. Amaze 8th. Roberts 9th. And Leicester's dropped down to 12th. Oh, what has happened there? I mean, Roberts caught up with Antoine in the line. And they joined the AOR car park. But a bit of unluckiness for some people. But Jam Pancakes, his first win since Bahrain.
Obviously, we don't get another winner, but he definitely deserves that. He drove an amazing race throughout all of it. He kept it very consistent. He was very, very strong, and the whole podium definitely deserves to be up there. It's been an absolutely amazing race throughout, and Antoine being able to pick up a good result, I feel like my might being able to not jinx him works very well.
Now, you can say that he's got a good result. I mean, I think the last 3 races have been unlucky for him, but, you know, he's been lucky this race, and that is great to see that his good luck is starting to come into fruition. That's because we didn't say much about him. That's probably helped. So, yeah, there we go. So, we'll go through the results quickly, as obviously Jam Pancakes wins yet again. So, I think he's 2 wins compared to Ewan's 4. Antoine in 2nd, Flying Rosie 3rd. So let me go through the provisional results, because we don't know if Christo's 5-second penalty is going to get removed yet. So Humperdinck 4th, Trivian 5th, Christo 6th, Clenzo 7th, T10 Amazing 8th, Adam Dude 9th, and Pietro, what could have been from the Toro Rosso drivers, in 10th. Roberts in 11th, Lefted in 12th, and your non-finishers, very unlucky from these drivers, Shadow, Raven, Hawk, Ewan, LGS, and Connor Eddy didn't even make it a lap, which was a bit of a shame there, but another really good race from all these drivers. It just gets better and better each week.
Definitely, and I'm just going to ask you, who would be your driver of the day?
Oh, I usually ask that question. Oh, I should have asked that now. Oh, it's got to be. I think I'm torn between Flying Rosie and Jam Pancakes, but I have to go to Jam Pancakes. I mean, he pitted at the right time. He got the soft runners call right. I think he was the first person to pit out those guys, and Antoine as well. And obviously Antoine was very lucky this race, and he pulled off some great moves as well. But yeah, I'll have to give it to the race winner, I think, Jam Pancakes. He drove a stellar race today.
Definitely, he was very strong. But I was torn between, if I had to choose, I'll go between Humperdinck or Rosie. But I've got to give it to Rosie. He was, like, though he does get a bit of controversy every now and then, and he's got mixed fans, I'll say, but today you've got to take the hat off for him. He drove an amazing race. You just got to sit there and watch it. He was very class. Other than obviously the racing incident with Antoine, which probably wasn't really his fault, he drove a very strong race, and his strategy was extremely strong. And so overall, I just tip the hat to him. That was an amazing race from him.
I would agree with that there, because Flying Rosie, he is going to help his constructors quite a lot, and obviously he's been doing quite well actually. He's one of those guys that likes the alternate strategy, and it pays off for him. But obviously no one did a one stop this race. I think everyone pitted at least twice. So it just goes to show, I think 2 stops are quite good around this circuit, and it brings out some close racing. But that is it then for the Belgian Grand Prix. Next, I can't remember what track we are on next week.
Pretty sure it's USA.
Oh yeah, that's it. I remember. Thank you. And next week we're at Elgato in Texas for the United States Grand Prix. Penalty central, I must say, but you know, some good DRS straights for overtaking and potential turn 1 overtakes as well. I think we could expect another close race in USA. I think next week.
Definitely, if it's anything like the last 3 have been, it should be great. These races are so close, and they put on an amazing show constantly.
Yeah, definitely. Make sure you join us then. Well, we'll be back to normal. Everyone would have finished their break. We will be back to normal like the normal, all the other tiers. Hopefully no Xbox Live issues anymore. And we'll carry on the season as planned. Hopefully we'll be live next week as well. Hopefully my internet would be sorted by then. But make sure you join us same time, same place, 9 PM BST for the United States Grand Prix. I've been Jess Games 95. Dice has been Dicer 46. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time you're watching this, and good night.